Hey, what's up, guys? This is Parker from Visual Season. I've been getting a lot of requests from people that they want to see kind of my workflow for color grading, and it's pretty basic, but I just kind of want to go over everything and show you guys that you kind of don't have to put a lot of time and work behind each video to get really good colors. Obviously, if you're going for more stylized looks or something that requires a lot of attention, definitely that's gonna be different. But for an overall just basic grade, I'm gonna show you guys how to get something within less than 5 minutes, so you're not spending half the day color grading. So let's jump into it. This is a music video I did for Rich the Kid probably about 5 months ago. It hasn't been released. I don't think it's coming out, but thought this is kind of a good variety of footage to choose from. We have an interior, we have an exterior, and then we have some B-roll by the pool. So the first thing I do is, let me just start from the jump here. I make a adjustment layer, and also I'm gonna be including the original project file, so you guys can edit these exact same clips as well. And that way you're not just kind of watching a video, you're actually doing it yourself and kind of getting the experience that way. So I'm gonna go up and make a new adjustment layer. Cool, we have that. Let's drag that in, stretch it out here. So what I like to do, especially with this red footage, it's definitely very flat. So let me show you guys. So we can put a kind of a LUT on here that Red offers within this menu system when you're working with red files. It's called Red Gamma, which is pretty equivalent just to adding like an S curve or just a bunch of contrast. So let's see how that looks. This is just a very basic look, something similar to what I saw through the camera, but we don't want that. That looks like shit. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in here and switch it to log. This is kind of equivalent to S-Log or S-Log3 that you use like an A7S or a V-Log and a GH4. Just a lot of detail in the shadows and the highlights that we're preserving, so we can kind of bring those back. We're not kind of forced to work around with a baked image. So you'll notice when I go into log, everything just got really flat, and there's almost no shadow or highlight detail, which is good. We have a lot to work with now. So let's go back to our adjustment layer. We'll drag that over here. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's remove that top one. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is add this Lumetri color. And what I like to do with every single grade is add just a LUT, which is basically almost like a preset just to work with and kind of take it from there. You could definitely use it as a finished product, but it's always good to have it as a starting point. But I mean, a lot of these look really nice that you really could just kind of finish with the grade after doing this. But this is from a paid package that I bought called D-LUTs. I literally love these to death. And my go-to is usually the 7810. So let's check that out, see what that looks like. Notice just the difference we get. We get a bunch of contrast. The colors are popping now. Everything just looks really nice. So it's a really good starting point. The reason I chose these kind of three different scenes, this exterior and then an exterior with him in it, and then we have an interior, is that there's different light in the scene. So obviously we kind of just threw over a blanket of a color right here and haven't tweaked it yet. So obviously this isn't all exactly what I would want. So let's section this off and just go clip by clip. For this first one, to be honest, I'm pretty happy with how that looks right there. Maybe add a slight curves adjustment, but nothing too crazy, just to make it pop a little bit more. Yeah, so you'll notice we just kind of brightened that up a little bit, just kind of made it pop. Probably we'll bring this down to get some detail in the shadows. Cool. So basically just added a contrast layer. And if we want to look at the before and after, between just no color at all and with color, you'll just see how much of a difference just doing those two things with the LUT and the curves did. So I kind of follow the same formula into each clip. So for this next one, I'll go back into the curves again. I think it looks pretty decent. Just these shadows can be brought down a little bit, and then we can kind of pop the highlights right there to get, there we go. Just give a nice glow right there and have that pop a lot more. Yeah. You'll notice the skin and everything just pops a lot more when we add this curves adjustment, and everything just kind of flies out the image a lot better. And it doesn't hurt also that we shot this on the red, so really that camera just has so much detail to work with that we can bring a lot back. So here's without the LUT. Actually, we'll just do everything without. This is straight out of the camera, and now you'll notice you can really see a big difference now seeing it after you see it colored, how much of a difference just these small little tweaks make. So this is no color, and this is with the LUT plus the curves, so a lot better looking. So really happy with that one. Let's check out this third clip. You know, something there. My big thing I'm seeing right now is he's too deep in the shadows, so we definitely need to bring him up there. So let's boost those shadows. Possibly bring up, yeah. The tricky part here is this was a pretty last minute shoot, so, you know, if this was more planned out and we kind of had time to prep with this location, I would have definitely had probably a 2K Fresnel light behind him or behind camera, bouncing off the ceiling. That way we could have exposed for outside, versus what we had to do was expose for him, and so we kind of get these blown out highlights. And you can see if I bring down the contrast, we can get those back, but I'd rather have him popping and those blown out than have him super dark and, you know, be able to see outside. So right there, you know, we have something to work with. Definitely pops a lot more than it was. And we could definitely, let's go in here and see if we can bring back these highlights. I believe we could, you know, do some work there. Cool. So we got those. Let's see if we can boost some contrast in there, and then maybe bring in some more curves and bring back that shadow detail. That's the trickiest part, is getting that shadow detail. Okay. Well, we kind of met in the middle right there. We got a little bit more of the highlights out, and we still have some shadows that we can see, and we're not so deep into them like we were. Let's see. But that's doesn't look too bad. Definitely could use a possible tweak here. Bump the shadows up just a tiny bit. There we go. Just kind of make him pop a little bit more. But I'm pretty happy with all that. That all looks really nice. And again, I don't want anyone to get the idea that, you know, we shot this on the red, we shot this on cinema glass, so, you know, it's like top of the line stuff, but it's, I mean, I remember shooting on a 5D in like cine style, and you could bring back a lot of detail. Obviously, probably nothing like we just did, and we really haven't done that much. This is stuff you really could do on a GH4 and A7S, really anything. I mean, if you own a red, you can obviously go into these project files and really kind of dive in here into the red settings and mess around with it. We can change the color temperature, we can change the ISO, but I kind of really want to make this just so anyone can watch this and kind of recreate what we're doing instead of having to, you know, wish they had a red. But everything looks good. This is really my color process. I'm not a colorist. You know, if we have a budget on the project to bring a colorist on the team, that's always the best choice to make. But I think using LUTs and tweaking around with, you know, curves is not a bad move at all. So thanks you guys for watching. Again, if you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. But again, super basic color grade. I'm going to be including the footage that we used here, plus the LUT that we also use is AG Color 7810. So you'll be able to do the exact same thing, and definitely would love for you guys to send me some screenshots of, you know, what you guys tweaked around and did, because we could definitely sit here all day and probably make this look a lot better. But for something quick and easy, it still looks really nice, and I'm pretty happy with everything. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.